Okay, Argentina initiated its regulation in 1991 and also created CONAVIA. Our first request was in 2003, and also our first authorization activity was authorized in 2005. CONAVIA's principles. They are case-by-case, scientific base, data quality, familiarity, and safe usage. This is a brief context for GMO. What do we regulate in Argentina? First of all, that they must be genetically modified animals. Also, that those species must have agricultural use or impact. What is the regulatory path followed by animals in Argentina? We have two types of requests. Phase 1, with regulation for investigation and confined production, and phase 2, with deregulation and commercial approval. Both are analyzed by certain authorities, SENASA, CONAVIA, and CCMA, which will provide a non-binding opinion that will be signed by our Secretary of Food, Bioeconomy, and Regional Development. So for phase 1, we'll analyze biosafety evaluation. As you can see, our framework has a really large range from cattle to insects. Our form, it has 5 modules. The first one will be general information, genetic modification, activities to be carried out, project sites, and the 5th one would be an annual and final report. So which cases we had here in Argentina? We had fishes, cows, sheep, and most of them were for consumption. Their objectives were consumption, biopharmacy, and research. Here we have all the cases. Okay, that's it. The only currently in force applications nowadays that we have in Argentina, it's this cattle with milk human hormone growth. And I would like to say that we have a really bad news to tell, but Rosita Isa died last year, so that's bad news for Argentina. Yes, Gabriela, that happened. Thank you very much. Now, for phase 2, we have environmental risk assessment. For this form, we have 5 modules where the applicant should fill out with species, molecular characterization, detection techniques, specific ones, and interaction with their other species and environment. Finally, their commercial use and production objectives. Now, we must say that for phase 2, there are no GM animals in Argentina approved for use, consumption, or commercialization for nowadays. Now, I'll give you our regulate update. All incoming application will go from normative and all incoming applications undergo a regulatory analysis with results in a non-binding document generated by the public sector that will be presented and submitted to CONAVIA for its final validation. And finally, that Argentina must want to tell you is that the regulation was tested over the last year to establish whether it allowed new uses, and we concluded that it was sufficient and effective enough to carry out not only insects, but also xenotransplantation for pigs, on pigs for human organ transplantation. So here we have our links if you want to contact us, and thank you very much.